everybody, it's Paula here, coming on to share with you. We had recently discussed in our group an idea of where to start with our stretches, because a lot of us have complex issues going on. We don't have one thing that is causing all of our issues, and so it was posed the question of where do I start? I got this, and this going on. Where do I start? And in the myofascial release world, I have a colleague named Joel who is a phenomenal person, and he's actually the one who I first heard of the Starfish Stretch from. I have practiced it in varying different versions over the years, but we're just going to go over quick. We're going to go over 3 modifications for the Starfish Stretch. The first one will be just no equipment necessary. You just have either a yoga mat on the floor if you want a little bit of cushioning, otherwise you just lay it on your floor. Then we'll have an option with a bolster or a half foam roller, and then we'll go over the option with a full-size foam roller. Now, if you don't have a foam roller at home, that's okay. If you do want that elevation that comes with the foam roller, which you'll understand later when I get to it, you can either use a pool noodle, like a swimming pool noodle at home, or you can roll up like a huge like beach towel or a big bath towel, and you can roll that up and kind of like a Tootsie Roll, and you can use that similarly to a foam roller. So I'm going to tilt my angle down a little bit, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to have to kind of switch around the camera a little bit here. We're at the office. Okay, so it looks like you'll probably be able to see me here. Okay, so you lay down on your yoga mat or just on the ground anywhere. So you just lay down, and then I like to bring my arms out to a T position, but you can also bring your arms above your head. If you are really super tight in the pectoral region right here, you probably won't be able to lay down comfortably with your arms flat out your side. Your arms might want to pull forward a little bit more. So if that's the case for you, just start with your arms down closer to your side. Palm up or palm down really depends on your preference. And then you can have your feet together, or you can put them about the 3 feet apart. But the idea that we're going for here is we're going to lay our arms out, whichever position you choose. But the point is to pretend that somebody is pulling on your arms and your legs at the same time. And so we call it a telescoping motion, that we're trying to decompress everything and create that elongating sensation, not just flop our arms down, but actually imagine as if somebody's pulling them and lengthening them, your arms and legs at the same time, to really open up. And you would not have your head tilted to one side. You would want to tilt your head towards the ceiling and open everything up. Now, if we're talking about a traditional stretch here, you could hang out on the floor like this for 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. I actually have my little at home. I have him do this, and I make him lay down for 3 minutes, just open in this position like that. And especially with kids playing video games and they're rounding and compressing everything forward, if we can allow them to open up and really spread out, it can help decrease a lot of the pressure that we have on this front torso region, which can contribute to asthma and breathing problems. It can contribute to acid reflux. It can contribute to heart disease, and any sort of pressure, because you're putting too much pressure on this front rib cage here. So anything we can do to really open up is going to be quite beneficial for us. So I'm going to show you quick the 2 different versions. So I've got a half foam roller here, and I'm going to put that down. The joy about using a foam roller when you do this is you can actually anchor the base of your skull right into the edge of the foam roller. And like I said at home before, if you don't have a foam roller at home, use a pool noodle, like kids swimming pool noodle, like one of those foam ones. Amazing for this technique as well. So I'm going to bring myself up so that my spinal column is directly on the foam roller. And I'm going to scooch myself up so the base of my skull is right in there. So you're kind of anchoring it. The foam roller is right here. You're putting that edge of your skull right here so that you can kind of anchor in there a little bit more. And yet, if you have low back issues, you're going to want to start with your feet up to support you. If you have stability issues, you might feel like you're going to fall off if you don't have a really strong core. That's okay. Wherever your body's at in space today, accept it so that we can all just keep on going through life. Instead of beating yourself up over something, just know and acknowledge the limitation and then move forward anyway. So if you have low back issues, you might want to keep your legs up, because otherwise, if your low back is hyperextending or it's bowing up, it could actually cause too much stress and tension there. But if you do not have low back issues, Then you would do the same thing. Imagine somebody's pulling your legs down, and imagine somebody's pulling your arms open. And you would just rest here for a while. So, like I said, this half foam roller gives you a little bit more stability than a full-size foam roller, but it also gives you about 2 inches probably of elevation. Now, many of you might not have a half foam roller at home. You have a full-size foam roller. Same exact thing. We just easily come onto this. This is gonna roll a little bit more, so we just gently allow ourselves to come down on it. We find that base of the skull there, and we hang out there, and then we hang out. Especially unless you have a really, really good low back, you're gonna wanna keep this up for stability purposes. Otherwise, you can drop one leg at a time to stretch one leg out, or the other leg, or if you've got a good, strong, stable core, you can do everything at once and just imagine that you're being pulled in all directions and allow that base of the skull to work too. So, there is our Starfish Stretch on 3 different versions. I hope you found this beneficial, but if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below, and I will see you guys later.